The year is 1937. One of the world's most daring aviators, Amelia Earhart, is preparing for what could be her most ambitious flight yet, a circumnavigation of the globe. But what started as an inspiring adventure soon turned into one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. Amelia Earhart was no ordinary pilot. She had already made history with her solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean, proving herself a pioneering figure in aviation and breaking barriers for women in a male-dominated field. But on July 2, 1937, during her attempt to fly around the world, disaster struck. The last communication from her Lockheed Electra 10E was sent from over the Pacific Ocean, just hours before her plane mysteriously vanished into thin air. Her last known location was somewhere near the remote Nikumaroro Island, deep in the Pacific. And from that moment on, the world was left to wonder. What happened to Amelia Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan? For over 80 years, the mystery surrounding Earhart's disappearance captivated the world. Numerous search efforts were launched, from naval expeditions to satellite imagery, all yielding nothing. The plane was never found. Some believed they crashed into the ocean and sank to the bottom, lost forever. Others speculated that they were captured or crashed onto an uninhabited island, surviving for a time before perishing. Theories ran wild for decades. However, there was one place where evidence was quietly accumulating: Nikumaroro Island. Nikumaroro Island, part of the Republic of Kiribati, became the focal point of search teams. Over the years, several intriguing discoveries were made. Fragments of aircraft parts, signs of human habitation, and personal items that seemed to belong to Earhart and Noonan. Then, in 2023, a breakthrough, a discovery deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. For nearly a century, the fate of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan had been a haunting question. But in 2023, after years of painstaking research, scientists and underwater explorers confirmed that the wreckage of Amelia's Lockheed Electra 10E had been found, deep beneath the waves, near the shores of Nikumaroro. The wreckage lay hidden for decades, and its discovery confirmed what many had feared. Earhart and Noonan did not vanish into legend. They had tragically crashed and were stranded, alone on a forgotten island. The wreckage and surrounding evidence painted a heartbreaking picture of their final days. Stranded without a way to communicate, Earhart and Noonan would have faced insurmountable odds in the middle of the vast, empty Pacific Ocean. They likely made a desperate attempt to survive on the island, but with limited resources and no way to call for help, their fate was sealed. The wreckage of their plane was eventually washed away, leaving nothing but the lonely whispers of a forgotten tragedy. Amelia Earhart, the woman who soared above the earth, died far from the spotlight. No heroic rescue, no grand conclusion to her legacy. Just the haunting silence of a remote island, where she and her navigator perished without anyone knowing. While the mystery of Earhart's disappearance has been solved, her legacy remains a beacon of inspiration. She was a woman who defied the limits of her time, whose name became synonymous with courage and perseverance. Though her final chapter was one of solitude and tragedy, her pioneering spirit continues to inspire new generations of explorers and dreamers. Amelia Earhart's legacy is not just in the history books, but in every woman who dares to fly, to break boundaries, and to challenge the impossible. After 88 years, the mystery of Amelia Earhart's fate has been answered. But the true story of her life, her courage, and her pioneering spirit will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching Flight Sparrow. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. See you next time.